And then there's a process that
Cesar,
we've
Chavez, near
created with the
downtown.
other shelter partners to either transport them down to our facility, where we're working on intake process to try to get people in hotels. The city's operating out of here as well, and then we're getting them transported to different places. However, we know those hotels will run out of capacity, and so at that point where our team is prepared to stay open for 24 hours.
Let's talk about that. When we talk about capacity, not only do we have restrictions from the city during the pandemic, but also have you guys seen an increase in families that have been needing your help because of the pandemic? People who perhaps have lost their jobs, they've lost their homes with the economic crisis that we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've seen about a 20% growth month after month. I mean, it's sad when a family pulls up and you think they're there to volunteer and they get out and for the first time, they have to say those words, "I'm homeless." We don't have anywhere to go. So we've got some great family partners, like Family Gateway, we're able to send families to, and other shelters we work with our single adult population. But we definitely have some significant inventory problems in the city.
What's it like to try and coordinate this with all the other shelter partners that you're using?
Well, the homeless service provider network is actually a really tight. We're really close-knit. We talk to each other all the time. I mean, we all were on a conference call yesterday before church just so we can figure out what the plan is going forward. One of our biggest challenges for us personally is the city passed this ordinance to allow inclement weather sheltering for churches, but then at the last hour they created a barrier which specifically calls us out. To make it a kind of a violation of the ordinance for us to keep people warm during nights like this. So, we're facing a pandemic, we're facing some political challenges, but the shelter partners are coming together. We put some funds together to put some folks in hotels, but we're also trying to figure out, how are we going to afford the fines that we know the city are going to put on us from being able to love our neighbors well.
We are just at the beginning of the season. This is probably the first night that we've seen these temperatures dip. How have you guys prepared for the rest of the season, and what can we do to help you?
Well, we prepare for this all year long, right? It's not just blankets and warm coats and socks, which we need those things, but it's the day of when we have to have funds to be able to go buy food, and have emergency staff to be able to come in here, our teams that crawl in the woods all over the city. Traditionally, it costs about $75 a person to put someone in a hotel, but when we do it in a congregant location like this, we can do it for less than $20 a person. And so, what we try to do is invite people in the community to participate by going to our website and finding out ways they can volunteer, they can serve, they can give, so that we can ensure people have a safe place to stay tonight.
Pastor, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That is Pastor Wayne Walker from Our Calling.
Coming up, we're going to check your traffic and weather.